Okay, guys, I'm going to walk you through some changes to the chair layout. So you'll see in the chair layout, you're going to see some colors like this, that these colors have schedules. And Leslie's still in the process of finishing some of these updates, but I want to explain to you why it looks the way it does and why we do some of the things we do so that you can work with it a little bit better and some current changes we're making. You'll also see some initials for people, like this is Angie's initials, but then you also will see Angie on here like this with a different schedule. We changed some of the tabs to make it easier. Search is where people who are working in the chair layout, which you can't do when you're just viewing it, but can um, make changes here. The guide is, I'll explain that in a minute. That will explain to you what you're seeing in the chair layout a little bit. And then the rules are the rules that we use when we're working with the chair layout so that we can keep track of and train some new people in how to make changes in the chair layout because it can get a little complex and you have to understand these rules up front or you end up in some bad situations, which we've learned the hard way in the past. But let me give you a sense of what it's going to be looking like now. Monday morning is a good example of something you might see, or Monday night. Monday night's not a busy shift, so it's got a little bit of everything on it. So the first thing that's happening is the Jesus chair is moving all the ways to the very back. And then you're going to see the colors on here. You may have been seeing them in the past. I'm going to explain what those mean. Then you'll see initials, and then there may be trainees, and then you'll see starting with lower ranks working pretty much up to upper ranks. We're going to keep people in the same chair for doubles, but the goal is to have the highest ranked people in the room here, and then the middles, and then in that order, then going to lowers, and then these other types of shifts. So if you go to the guide, it actually explains what these things are, what Jesus is, and this is a sort order right here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The order in which people pop onto the chair layout. So the way it works is and we've got the colors. Now the colors are future stylists, people we don't know their name. So for instance, gold, blue, etc. Gold is a future person. So what we use that for is so that we don't put two um, gold shifts together, and then when that person comes to work here, we go, oh, well, we thought we had 6 shifts for you, but it turns out we only have 5 because everybody's taking up Tuesday through Friday. Um, so it helps us keep that safe and move it around. Then you've got the initials. When you see initials, that is the hair shift that a trainee or a dream member will work when they finish their training. And then you also have the names of trainees. That's their training shifts. So for instance, Angie, this is her training schedules. All right. She's actually also training Sunday currently, but you use her initials for that. When she finishes training, she won't work these schedules anymore. This will be her new schedule. And Sunday morning, I think, is not Sunday, but yeah, she's got 5. And then here, there's a little bit of an overlap with those, but another one would be good would be Jordan. This is her training schedule, and then it's, oh my God, what is it JM? Yeah, that is her hair schedule. So the guide explains what the initials are versus their names. And now sometimes it'll be an overlap, so we don't put it on there twice, and that's a little bit confusing. But it works out. It doesn't affect the rest of you that much. So when we say the sort order, what we mean is what we're always going to do is we're going to put Jesus first back here. Then we're going to put any of the colors right here. We plug in all the colors. Then we plug in the initials because the initials are actually empty chairs. Um, uh, right now. Whereas when all of these people have graduated their training program, they will all be working Monday nights. And then, like for instance, yeah, Jordan here, and then we put the lowest ranked people, and then we put the middles, and then we put whatever. And I don't think too many of these have been put in that sort order yet because we've been working in the file. But when it's done, that's what it'll be. And that way, when someone walks in the door, this area here always looks automatically filled, even on the slower shifts. And also, it means that on those medium shifts, whatever, Katie in the training area can know, hey, we've got some empty chairs most likely over here to work with. And you can just look at the room and get a sense of what's going on. It also is so that upper ranked people can be grabbed by the front desk for big questions as quickly as possible. Okay, so that's the major changes that you're going to see in there. If you want to start exploring the rules, this is about a quarter of the rules that we have to use to work with the chair layout in order to guarantee that we have these hires. But except for, let's see, I don't think we have any greens left. We got rid of those. Yeah, so we have gold and we have blue. And what you're actually seeing here is like Anna's shift is in here. Anna's 2 shifts are in here. Her training shifts. I think but she's going to take, some of the current people when they graduate. She'll take the rest of their training shifts. But her last name is A.S. No, A.K. Anna, what is your initials? I forget. But, for instance, Ashley Horvath already has a hair schedule in here. And I think Anna, maybe she takes over one of the golds. So we have these future stylist spots. And we can move those around. We just have to make sure that Blue has some sort of schedule before we give one of you Blue's shifts. So, and all the pending schedule requests we have in place right now as well. All right, if you have any questions, let us know. This new updated guide should come out sometime this weekend. And please pay attention to where we put you because that's where we want you working. And if you have any issues, just let Leslie or I know. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.